Hey YouTube, so OpenAI just released the Chat GPT API, so I thought it would be fun for us to build out this little Chat GPT ripoff application. So we're just going to create our markup. First off, I'm just going to create a little header for the app. And then we'll create our input field along with a submit button. And then a container element that's going to contain all the results that it generates. First thing we need to do is get our API key. I'm just going to fetch it from a local JSON. For security reasons, don't ever put your API key in your client application. But just for demo purposes, we're just going to fetch it locally for now. Then once that's done, we're going to initialize our event listeners. We'll add our click handler to the button. So when that's clicked, we're going to fetch OpenAI's chat completions API. This is a post request, and we need to make sure we add our headers, which include the content type of JSON and our authorization token, which is our API key. The body is stringified JSON, and we're going to pass in the model, which is the new GPT 3.5 Turbo model. And then we're going to add our messages, which is an array of objects. The object contains a role, which we're going to pass in as user. And then Copilot actually failed me here. It's not text, but it's going to be content, which contains the prompt that we're actually sending. So here we can see the structure of our response with the message, which matches up with something we would expect from our prompt. So now I'm just going to update the prompt to be the input field value. Next, what I want to do is I want to create an element that's going to contain each response that gets appended to our results container. So based on the structure, we just picked the first choice within our data and then the message content. So at this point, we've got it working. We can just continue to ask it questions and get responses that will continue to be appended to the document here. So now I'm just going to go through and add some polish by adding some styling into our application, adjusting layout using Flexbox, and positioning and padding some of the elements within the HTML. So here you can see it doesn't have any context of our previous messages because we're only passing in our current prompt. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to create an array of messages that's going to store both the returned messages and my queries, the prompts that I'm sending it. And we're going to pass this all into the API in our messages parameter. There are 3 different supported roles, which are user, system, or assistant. And we're going to use assistant here because it's the chat assistant that's responding. And there you have it, your own simple little app for Chat GPT.